Guys, a few weeks ago I got the really amazing chance to go see the Lego house in Billund, Denmark. And they had loads of great things there, from the sculptures, the things to do, and even the old sets. But one thing stuck out to me, and that thing is NBA Lego. Guys, in 2003, Lego came out with their own NBA basketball theme. They used to have a bigger push on the sports theme back then, having like hockey sets and stuff like that. And this was one of the sub-themes in it. It was basketball, which mainly focused on the NBA. If you guys don't know, I'm a big NBA fan. You might be able to see I'm a Toronto Raptors fan. I've shown that in a lot of videos. But I've also been to NBA games. I went to go watch Team USA play in London last year. And I just love the game. I love watching it. I often stay up late, building Lego and watching the NBA. And I've known roughly about the NBA Lego for a few years. However, the resale prices are absolutely crazy. Now, the sub-theme was officially licensed with the NBA, but that license only lasted 1 year, which means we didn't get too many sets of this brand. But Lego did something really creative with this theme, which they've never really done with any other themes since, and it's something that I wish they were still having the creativity to try and do stuff like this, even if it was with other themes. They wanted the figures to have the best feel of actual basketball, and they couldn't really figure out how to do that with the normal minifigure that we know and love. And you know, even though they could make it look like a normal Lego minifigure, it didn't feel like an NBA basketball player. So what was their solution? Lego designed these minifigures to have spring-loaded legs and specially designed hands so they could easily hold the ball and be able to jump, which is a crazy feature, but that basically meant the players could shoot, pass, and even dunk. That's crazy in my mind that Lego actually went out of their way to do this for a 1-year theme back in 2003. Could you imagine them making like a specially designed minifigure now? Like, now we can't even get printing on some of our figures properly. But back then they were just making new pieces just so they could make their minifigures a little bit cooler for a few sets. And this took the Lego designers a whole year to figure this out and actually pinpoint how to make the figures the best possible way while, you know, obviously keeping the Lego look while making for a more basketball feel. And something really interesting about the minifigures from this set was the fact that they had really realistic skin tones. Now, if you look at them now, they look slightly off-putting compared to what we know for Lego figures. Their faces were like trying to be really realistic. So we had some crazy molds and crazy printing on the faces that we'd never see since. They'd never try anything like this again if they did realistic people. They'd just go for the simple Lego look and, you know, hope that you can guess around that with the costume, the hair and everything else. But back then they really tried something that they probably would never do since. And I think for that reason, it's a really special theme that a lot of themes now don't get, you know, the presence of. Now, they did make some actual minifigures based on real life people who were in the NBA. However, they also made some special Lego ones, which were just the Lego characters that we know and love, based in NBA gear. The largest set of this film was the Ultimate NBA Arena, which really brought together like the whole theme, showed off a whole basketball court, and allowed people to properly play with their minifigures in somewhat a real basketball game. I mean, it's crazy. We got minifigures like Shaquille O'Neal, Jason Kidd, Kobe Bryant, and Steve Nash, all in Lego form, which is mental now that these real life people just got their own Lego minifigures. Now, since this point, Lego have kind of swept this theme under the rug. You don't really hear much about it anymore, and it's kind of like a folktale. There was one time that it was mentioned, and that was in the 2014 Lego movie that came out like 11 years ago, where obviously some of the basketball players did get a part in that, and they were named and shown. But yeah, I really like basketball, and I've got to say, I really miss this theme. You know, it came out before I was born, so I would never be able to pick it up, and now the resale prices are crazy. But it was just so nice to see Lego going for something. Now I feel like they just take a lot of safe bets and kind of stay in their lane. But they don't need to. I'd love to see them keep going and take risks like this. Even if not every one of them pays off, it'd bring a lot more people to the market. You know, a lot of NBA collectors would pick this up just for the pure, you know, authenticity of this. Now, you guys might know that I cover a lot of alternate Lego on the channel, and you can actually get alternate Lego NBA figures on AliExpress and other places like that. I've had a look a few times and you can get some of the, you know, most popular figures right now, like Steph Curry, like LeBron James. They're there for the picking up, and it's definitely something I'm thinking about picking up for the city and for some videos. but I've just not got around to that yet. But you can also get like actual mini basketball hoops and courts. That would look really good in like a bigger park or something like that. And it's definitely something that I'm thinking about doing. And guys, one of my biggest wishes is to have a Vince Carter Lego minifigure. I saw it in person. I want that in my collection. I have no clue how much they'd cost. I'm sure it would scare me though. But that is the minifigure. That's now like my dream minifigure to own because I'd love to just have that and display it somewhere. It'd be amazing. I understand a lot of the people who might watch this channel might not be more into the sporty side of life. However, I think everyone can kind of acknowledge the fact that Lego used to try these things and they don't now. Now they kind of, like back in the early 2000s, their business was kind of at risk sometimes, you know, and the IPs really brought them back to life. However, now they're kind of safe with their IPs, you know, they can stick to the Marvel, the Harry Potter, and just keep making those sets, and they don't really suffer any consequences now. Like, they can kind of let their creativity dwindle and just get away with having the biggest IPs, producing a few okay sets every year, and just doing that. It's definitely a big problem in the Lego community, and people are wondering what we can do to fix this, especially as Lego are recording record profits as of last year. And there really is no real workaway around this. It's just a shame that we probably won't ever get to see the light of day on something like more NBA Lego, which I'm sure now would sell really good. Could you imagine having like a LeBron James and Steph Curry pack, you know, get the like Cleveland Cavaliers versus Golden State Warriors final pack? That would go crazy. Maybe a bit outdated though. It's been really cool to see modern NBA stars in Lego form, and that's true to more things, you know, football / soccer. That's kind of not a theme anymore. I know there's a few sets that come out like the Old Trafford Stadium, the St. Bernabeu, but those have kind of died off a little bit now too. Even I'm seeing more sports are on there, and they just kind of don't exist anymore. But guys, let me know what you think. Like, do you think Lego have done the right thing by kind of not continuing these kind of sets? Or do you miss them as well? Would you like to see this stuff? Do you miss the NBA Lego specifically and want to see more of that? Let me know. This was a topic that was really interesting for me to look into. So thank you guys for watching. I've been Ballistic Bricks and I'll see you later. Bye!